Welcome to the AP English Language and Composition Boot Camp. You are getting ready to endure 9 months of rigorous training for the AP exam. There will be long nights, sweat, and tears, but Ms. Brecher will prepare you well. I am here to give you some survival tips, boot camp lessons, and an essay workshop. If you're ready, it's time for survival tips.
Johnny, did you salute? Don't do it.
The first book we read was the summer reading book, The Scarlet Letter. It taught us survival tip number 1. Consequences will follow you, especially if you don't do your summer reading. Basically, Hester is shamed by the town for committing adultery. You soon find out that the affair was more complicated than it seemed. Long story short, the consequences catch up to everybody involved.
The next book that we read was The Crucible. The Crucible shows us the dangers of fear-mongering through a literal witch hunt. The deeper meaning is hidden underneath the layer of metaphor, though. Written at the height of the Red Scare, The Crucible is a subtle criticism of McCarthyism, which had founded its basis on fear-mongering. Survival tip number 2, be chill.
You know what I care more about than materialistic things? Knowledge, which is something they didn't care about in Fahrenheit 451. This book is more about books being burned than anything else, and about how a man named Montag has to run from the law because of the knowledge he values. Tip number 12, value knowledge.
Though you might think so, not all friends are fake. In the adventures of Huck Finn, Jim proves to be a loyal friend to Huck in their journey to escape an undesired family and reach freedom. In the book, you'll read the ups and downs of their journey. Survival tip number 3, always be true to your friends.
Great Gatsby was one of the shorter books that we read, but it had no small message. Written in the 1920s, The Great Gatsby examines the dark underbelly of the high-class decadence at the time. Our main character, Gatsby, is a self-made man with a dark past, and as supporting characters discover his tragic backstory registered trademark, they figure out tip number 657, your future is up to you.
Starting in 29.
We all carry baggage, whether it be emotional or physical. In the things they carried, we learn about the baggage that the soldiers carried during the Vietnam War, and how it affected them during the war and afterwards. Survival tip number 537. We all carry baggage.
As obvious as it sounds, one of the lessons that you'll need to learn is to do your homework. We don't have much homework for AP Lang unless we are reading a book. There's vocab, there's research for projects, you have book projects, and lastly, the study guides for the books are the things that are due almost every class. They don't take long, you just have to actually read the book and answer the questions. Do not procrastinate on your homework because late work does get points deducted and it's pretty easy to get 100 as long as you fill it out.
Is AP style multiple choice passages. The homework of this section is vocab and annotating the passages. You then come into the class and take a quiz on said passages. The average grade on this is a 20, but there is usually a 40-point curve.
Welcome to the last part of our AP Language Boot Camp, the essay workshop. By far the hardest portion. Students behind me are getting prepared to write their essay. They will have 40 minutes and their goal is to get a 9. In order to adequately prepare for the rhetorical essay, they will have to analyze rhetorical strategies such as diction, syntax, imagery, metaphors, ethos, logos, and pathos. All of this will be used to analyze a passage and explain how the author got their message across. In order to prepare for the persuasive essay, students will read a passage and get to pick a side and persuade their audience to agree with them using specific examples and examples from the passage. Unlike the persuasive essay, the synthesis essay gives you your sources. You will be given about 7 documents, and using 3 you have to back up your point. Now the AP Lang students are off to go write their essays. After 9 months, AP Lang students have gone through the course and luckily completed it with an A. This is because they completed the boot camp and listened to all of the lessons, tips, and did the workouts. Congratulations!
Like this.
Finn. Jim proves to be a true Finn to Huck.
See Dad Tanner here. The next one.
Be the last, like that's.
I cannot do this. We're not. I just.
Murphy Pure Vegetable Oil Soap. Clean and Shine Multi-Use Wood Cleaner. Safely cleans wood for all your wood cleaning needs.
And number 1,
What's the name of the book?
Shut up.
She didn't say the name of the book.
Oh my God. Or physical.
I can't do it! I can't do it!
Can you just go?
Can't do it! I can't do it!
Oh my god!
Oh, Riley.
The cloud goggles. Give me the cloud goggles. With cloud goggles.
Best of luck.
Okay.